The Mexican cartel took City Hall. The old administrator was an ex-U.S. Marshal. It's 11:43 a.m. on Tuesday, September 17, 2024, when 5 black Chevrolet Suburban SUVs park in front of City Hall in Hebronville, Texas. 18 sicarios from the Jalisco New Generation Cartel step out armed with AR-15 and AK-47 rifles. They've come to take control of the building. They've come to execute the mayor who's been cooperating with federal authorities. They've come to burn files documenting their operations. What these men don't know is that the 68-year-old city administrator working on the 3rd floor, that quiet old man who carries papers from one place to another, that invisible man everyone ignores, was a U.S. Marshal Special Operations Commander for 20 years. He eliminated 83 cartel hitmen between 1985 and 2005, and in the next 37 minutes, this building will become a death trap. The leader of the group is named Marcus Salazar, 32 years old. CJNG Sicario since he was 19. They call him Lightning because he attacks fast and disappears faster. He's executed 47 people. He coordinates cartel cells in the South Texas border region. Today he has direct orders from Nemesio Oseguera, El Mencho, take City Hall, eliminate Mayor Edward Sanchez, burn all documentation related to federal operations, send a message. Nobody cooperates with the federal government and lives to tell about it. Marcus enters first. He carries an AK-47 with a drum magazine. Behind him come his 17 men, all wearing black tactical vests, all with long weapons, all with the certainty that in 30 minutes they'll be back in their trucks, mission accomplished. The receptionist, a 43-year-old woman named Rosa Martinez, sees them enter and lets out a strangled scream. Marcus points the rifle at her. Silence or you die first. Rosa goes quiet. Her hands tremble so much that the phone falls from her desk. Hebronville City Hall is a 3-story building constructed in 1943. Texas Spanish colonial revival architecture. Thick walls of Texas limestone. High windows with wrought iron frames. Marble stairs that creak. Long hallways with tile floors. On the 1st floor are the offices for public services, treasury, property records. On the 2nd floor is the urban development area, public works, public safety. On the 3rd floor are the mayor's offices, city administration, the council chamber. It's 11:43 in the morning. Tuesday. Normal work day. There are 82 employees working in the building. None of them imagine what's about to happen. Marcus makes hand signals. 4 sicarios stay at the entrance. 6 go up to the 2nd floor. He and 7 others go straight to the 3rd. The stairs echo with their military boots. Some employees peek out from their offices. They see the armed men. They lock themselves in. Others try to call the police. Marcus fires 2 bursts at the ceiling. The noise is deafening. Everyone on the ground. Hands on your necks. Anyone who moves dies. On the 3rd floor, in a small office at the end of the hallway, Robert Bobby Maldonado reviews municipal documents. He's 68 years old. Completely white hair, gold-framed glasses, gray suit that's too big for him, navy blue tie poorly knotted. He looks exactly like what he claims to be, an old bored bureaucrat, city administrator for the past 3 years. He came to the position after retiring from the Department of Homeland Security, or so his official file says. Nobody at City Hall knows who he really is. Nobody knows that between 1985 and 2005, Bobby Maldonado was a U.S. Marshal Special Operations Commander, Special Operations Against Drug Trafficking. He personally eliminated 83 cartel hitmen. He dismantled 12 cells from the Guadalajara Cartel, the Gulf Cartel, Los Zetas when they were starting. In the world of organized crime, he was known as the Rattler. The snake you don't see until it's already bitten you. Bobby hears the shots on the 1st floor. He sets down the file he was reading, takes off his glasses, rubs his tired eyes. He recognizes the sound. AK-47. Multiple shooters. Coordinated operation. This isn't a robbery. It's a cartel attack. He walks slowly to the window. Looks down. Sees the 5 black Suburbans. Sees the 4 sicarios guarding the entrance. Counts mentally. If there are 4 outside and he hears movement inside, He calculates 18 total. He returns to his desk, opens the bottom left drawer. Under old folders is a Beretta 92 FS, 15 rounds in the magazine, 1 in the chamber. He hasn't fired it in 19 years. Checks the safety. Functional. Verifies the magazine. Old ammunition, but still useful. He tucks the pistol in his belt, hidden under his jacket. If you've made it this far, it's because this story has gripped you. And I want to ask you something. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the ending of what's about to happen in this building. Because what's coming will change everything forever. Marcus reaches the 3rd floor. His 7 men spread out. One kicks in the door of the mayor's office. Mayor Edward Sanchez is behind his desk. 51 years old. Pale face. Hands raised. Please, don't kill me. I have a family. Marcus enters slowly, smiling. That cold smile that sicarios learn after the 5th or 6th execution. Edward Sanchez, the mayor who helps the feds. The one who gives information about our routes. The one who signs search warrants. Edward denies, desperately. I haven't done anything. I just run the city. Marcus takes out a cell phone. Plays an audio recording. Edward's voice talking with a federal agent. Coordinating operations. Confirming locations of safe houses. Giving names of city police officers who work for the CJNG. 20 minutes of irrefutable evidence. Edward's face falls apart. He urinates himself. The dark stain spreads across his gray pants. Marcus puts away the phone. Please, let me call my family. 1 call. Marcus shakes his head. No calls, only justice. He aims with his AK-47. Edward closes his eyes, starts to pray. At that moment, the door to the mayor's private bathroom opens. Bobby comes out, walks slowly, hands in his pockets, calm expression. Excuse me, I need to get through. I was in the bathroom when you all came in. Marcus looks him up and down. An old man. Insignificant. Pathetic. Get out of the way, old man, this isn't about you. Bobby doesn't move. He observes the scene, counts the sicarios in the office, 3 including Marcus. Hears footsteps in the hallway. 4 more. 7 on the 3rd floor confirmed. Come on, old man, move or you move too. Bobby takes a step toward Marcus. His voice is low. Calm. Let him go. Edward has 3 children. A wife. He doesn't deserve to die like this. Marcus lets out a laugh. The other 2 sicarios laugh too. This old bastard wants to be a hero. Let me tell you something, Gramps. Everyone deserves to die however the cartel decides. And you just put yourself on the list. Bobby nods slowly, as if he expected exactly that answer. Then let's do this differently. You want to burn files? I know where they are. The federal files. The documents you're looking for. They're in my office. I can take you to them. Marcus narrows his eyes. Why would you help? Bobby shrugs. I'm 68 years old. I work here out of boredom. They pay me badly. I don't owe loyalty to anyone. If you let me live, I'll give you the files. Marcus considers. Makes a signal. Show us. But if you're lying to us, we kill you slow. Bobby walks toward the door. Follow me. They leave the mayor's office. Edward is still alive, for now. Marcus leaves one of his men guarding him. He and another sicario follow Bobby down the hallway. The old man walks slowly, dragging his feet a bit, as if his knees hurt. They reach the office at the end of the corridor. A wooden door with a sign. City Administration. Bobby opens it, enters first. Marcus and the other sicario enter behind him. The office is small. Old desk, shelves with folders, window overlooking the town square. Bobby points to a metal filing cabinet with 4 drawers in the corner. There they are. All the documents, federal operations, names of informants, monitored routes. Marcus approaches the filing cabinet, opens the top drawer. Indeed, there are folders. He takes them out, flips through them quickly, recognizes some names, some places, turns toward Bobby. You're lucky, old man. You just saved us work. The other sicario also reviews folders. Boss, there's gold here, maps, coordinates, everything we need. Marcus smiles. Burn it all. Right here, in the square. Let everyone see. Bobby speaks from his desk. There's a problem. The other Sicario turns. What problem? Bobby takes the Beretta 92 FS from his belt, aims it directly at Marcus's head. 2 meters distance. Perfect angle. The problem is, you entered my territory, and I haven't forgotten how to do my job. Time stops. Marcus has his AK-47 hanging from his chest. The other Sicario has his rifle pointing toward the filing cabinet. Bobby has his Beretta aimed at Marcus's head. 2 meters distance. No margin for error. Marcus slightly moves his hand toward his rifle. Bobby shakes his head. Don't do it. Before you raise the barrel, you'll have a bullet in your brain. I've made this move 83 times. I've never missed. There's something in the old man's voice. Something in his eyes. He's no longer the trembling bureaucrat, he's someone else. Someone Marcus recognizes instinctively. A predator. The other Sicario tries to turn his weapon. Bobby fires once. Improvised homemade silencer with plastic bottles. The noise is barely louder than a dull thud. The bullet enters through the left eye of the Sicario. Exits through the back of the head. Splatters blood on the folders. The body falls. Bobby aims at Marcus again in less than 2 seconds. Your turn to decide. Marcus drops his rifle. It falls to the floor with a metallic sound. He raises his hand slowly. Who are you? Bobby walks around the desk, picks up Marcus's AK-47, places it on his desk, sits in his chair, keeps the Beretta aimed. Sit down. Marcus obeys, sits in the chair in front of the desk, as if it were a job interview. Bobby opens a drawer, takes out an old photograph, slides it across the desk. Marcus takes it, sees the image. 80s. A young man of 30, U.S. Marshal's uniform, standing next to 3 corpses in a warehouse. The young man is Bobby, 30 years younger, but the look is the same. Marcus feels his stomach turn. The Rattler. I thought you were dead. Bobby smiles. That's what everyone thinks. I retired in 2005. 20 years eliminating drug traffickers. I got tired. I wanted peace. I came to Hebronville. Got this boring job. Nobody knows who I was. Nobody asks. I've spent 19 years moving papers. 19 years without shooting, and you ruined my retirement. Marcus tries to stay calm. Listen. We didn't know. If we'd known, we never would have come. Let us go. We'll forget about this. Bobby shakes his head. It doesn't work that way. You brought 18 men. You took this building. There are 82 terrified employees. You plan to execute the mayor. Burn files. Leave like nothing happened. I can't let you go. Marcus swallows. Then what do you want? Bobby leans back in his chair. I want you to call your men. Tell them you need help in this office. That they should all come, one by one. I eliminate them. When I'm done with the 3rd floor, I go down to the 2nd, then to the 1st. In 30 minutes, all your men are dead. You're the last. I let you live so you can go back to El Mencho. You give him a message. Hebronville is off limits. This is my territory. If you come back, nobody leaves alive. Marcus laughs nervously. You're crazy, old man. There are 18 of us, you're one. You're 68 years old. Bobby leans forward. I'm 68 years old. But muscle memory doesn't disappear. I know this building better than you do. I know where to hide. I know the shooting angles. I have tactical advantage. And you made the mistake of entering without investigating. Now get on the phone. Call your men. Marcus considers his options. He can shout, alert his men. But Bobby will kill him first. He can try to attack, but he's unarmed and the old man has the gun. He can obey. Buy time. Wait for an opportunity. He takes out his radio, presses the button. Lightning to all units. I need 2 men in the city administrator's office, 3rd floor. Now. The voice on the radio responds, copy that, boss. On our way. Bobby stands up, walks to the door, positions himself to one side. Marcus remains seated, the Beretta aimed at him. When they come in, act normal. If you do anything weird, I kill you first. Then them. Marcus nods. 30 seconds pass. Footsteps are heard in the hallway. The door opens. 2 Sicarios enter. Boss, what happened with... They don't finish the sentence. Bobby fires twice. 2 bullets, 2 heads. Both fall. 3 seconds. Bobby drags the bodies inside. Closes the door. Now there are 15. Call 2 more. Marcus feels the panic rising. This old man moves like a soldier, shoots like a sniper, doesn't hesitate, doesn't tremble. He's a machine. He takes the radio again. Lightning to all units. 2 more to my location. The bodies are piling up. The office smells of gunpowder and blood. Bobby checks the rifles of the fallen, takes extra magazines, puts them in his jacket pockets, returns to his position next to the door, waiting. 2 more sicarios arrive. They enter confidently. Bobby shoots. 1 falls instantly. The other manages to shout, "Boss, it's a trap." Bobby shoots him before he finishes. 4 corpses now. 13 sicarios alive. The radio explodes with voices. What's happening? Boss, are you okay? Bobby takes the radio from Marcus's hand, speaks with a calm voice, perfectly imitating Marcus's tone. Everything's fine. False alarm. Maintain positions. Silence on the radio. It works. Marcus looks at the bodies, looks at Bobby. You're the devil. Bobby sits down again. I'm worse. I'm someone who wanted to retire, who wanted peace, and you forced me to come back. Now I finish what you started. Sirens are heard in the distance. City police, fire department. Someone managed to call. Bobby looks at his watch. 5 minutes since the first shot. They took their time. As always. But backup is coming. That complicates your situation. Not mine. Marcus tries to negotiate. Let me out. I'll order my men to retreat. We'll leave. You win. Bobby shakes his head. I don't win until they're all dead or arrested. I have a reputation to maintain. The Rattler never leaves work half done. Marcus feels desperation. There's going to be a shootout. Innocent civilians will die. Innocent employees. Bobby nods. You're right. That's why I'm going to prevent it. I'm going to get the civilians out first. Then I'll deal with your men. He stands up, takes Marcus's AK-47, checks the magazine. Full. 60 drum rounds. Walks toward Marcus. Turn around. Marcus obeys. Bobby hits him on the back of the neck with the rifle butt. Marcus falls unconscious. Bobby ties him up with phone cables, hands and feet, drags him behind the desk, leaves the office with the AK-47 slung over his shoulder, his Beretta in his right hand, walks down the 3rd floor hallway. He reaches the mayor's office. The sicario who stayed guarding Edward is nervous. Looking toward the hallway, he turns when he hears footsteps, sees Bobby, lowers his weapon for a moment, thinking it's the harmless old man. That moment costs him his life. Bobby shoots. The sicario falls. Edward screams, throws himself under his desk. Bobby enters. Calm down, Edward. It's me. Edward peeks his head out. Bobby, what's happening? Bobby throws him the keys to his office. Lock yourself in. Don't come out until I come back. Edward trembles. They're going to kill us all. Bobby shakes his head. Not if I kill them first. He leaves the office, walks down the hallway. There are still 12 sicarios operating in the building. 4 on the 1st floor, 6 on the 2nd, 2 more on the 3rd. Bobby decides to evacuate employees first. Takes the hallway intercom. His voice resonates throughout the building. Attention City Hall employees. This is Bobby Maldonado speaking. The situation is under control. I need everyone to leave their offices, go down the east stairwell, exit through the back door. Don't run. Walk quickly but orderly. You have 2 minutes. Office doors start opening. Employees come out. Some are crying, others are in shock. Bobby guides them, keeps the AK-47 visible. The sicarios on the 2nd floor hear movement. One looks out into the hallway, sees Bobby with a rifle, with employees evacuating, shouts to his companions. The old man is armed. He's the one who killed the guys on the 3rd floor. Bobby aims, fires a short burst. The sicario throws himself to the floor, dodges the bullets, returns fire with his own burst. Bobby takes cover behind a limestone column. The bullets impact. Pink dust falls. The employees run now. Forget the instructions. Total panic. They go down the stairs, stumbling. Bobby covers them. Fires controlled bursts toward the second floor. Keeps the sicarios down. 82 employees leave the building in 3 minutes. Now only the sicarios and Bobby remain. 12 against 1. Before continuing, I want to know something. Write in the comments the country and city where you're watching from. Because this story is just beginning, and I need to know who's on the other side with us right now. The building goes silent. The sicarios from the first floor go up to the second. They regroup. 12 men. Bobby is on the third. 1 against 12. The sirens outside are louder. City police surround the building. The police chief takes a megaphone. Occupants of City Hall, you're surrounded. Come out with your hands up. The sicarios look at each other, trapped. They can't leave. Outside there's police. Inside there's a madman with a rifle. One of the sicarios, a 40-year-old man named Julio Vargas, takes command. Marcus isn't responding on the radio. He's dead or captured. We need to get out. City police are 20. We're 12. We can break through the perimeter. Another sicario, younger, points toward the third floor. What about the old man? Julio spits. He's an old man with luck. He's already used up his luck. Let's go get him. We kill him. Then we get out. They go up to the third floor. Tactical formation. Covering angles. Professionals. Trained. They reach the hallway. See the bodies. 5 dead sicarios. Blood on the walls. Shell casings on the floor. Julio grips his rifle. Split up. 3 check the offices on the left. 3 on the right, the rest with me. We go down the middle. They spread out. Bobby watches them from above. He climbed into the false ceiling space. Drywall panels. Metal beams. He can move without being seen. He can see through the cracks. The sicarios search the offices. They don't find him. Julio shouts, "Come out, old man. You have no way out." Bobby doesn't respond. He waits. Patience. One of the sicarios passes below him. Bobby lifts a panel, shoots downward. The sicario falls. The others turn, shoot at the ceiling. Bobby has already moved. 3 meters to the left. 11 sicarios alive. Julio orders, "Stop shooting at the ceiling. You're wasting ammunition." The old man moves fast. We need to corner him. The 11 sicarios regroup in the central hallway. Back to back, covering all angles. Bobby observes from the ceiling. They're good, disciplined, but they make one mistake. They're all together. A perfect target. Bobby takes out a grenade he took from the vest of one of the fallen. Activates it. Counts 3 seconds. Drops it through a crack in the false ceiling. It falls in the middle of the group. Julio sees it. Shouts, "Grenade!" The sicarios scatter. The grenade explodes. 2 die instantly. 3 are wounded. 6 unharmed. The hallway fills with smoke. Dust. Screams. Bobby drops from the ceiling. Falls on one of the wounded. Takes his rifle. Shoots point blank at the other 2 wounded. Rolls into an office before the 6 remaining can react. Bullets chase his shadow. Impact the door. The walls. Bobby breathes deeply. 6 sicarios left. He has Marcus's AK-47, 2 extra magazines, his Beretta, and he knows every corner of this building. Julio is furious. This damned old man is massacring us. We're professionals and he's killing us one by one. The 5 remaining sicarios look at him waiting for orders. Julio thinks quickly. We go down. We get out by force. City police won't stop us. We lost this battle, but not the war. They start going down the stairs, defensive formation covering the rear. Bobby leaves the office, sees them going down. He can't let them escape. If they get out, they'll kill police. They'll kill civilians. He takes the AK-47, aims toward the staircase, fires a long burst. The bullets ricochet off the marble. On the walls, 1 sicario falls rolling down the stairs. 5 remain. They keep going down, shooting upward without aiming, just covering their escape. Bobby goes down another staircase. The service stairs. Narrower. Reaches the second floor, runs down the side hallway. reaches the main staircase before them, positions himself. When the 5 sicarios reach the second floor, Bobby is waiting. Opens fire. 2 fall. 3 remain. Julio among them. They return fire. Bobby takes cover behind a column. The exchange of shots lasts 20 seconds. Nobody hits their mark. Julio takes advantage. Keeps going down with his 2 men. They reach the first floor. The exit is 20 meters away. They can see it. Outside the city, police wait for them. 20 officers. Patrol cars. But Julio prefers to face the police than stay inside with the old man. They run toward the exit. Bobby goes down to the first floor, sees them running, aims, shoots. 1 sicario falls 5 meters from the door. 2 remain. Julio and another. They exit the building. Police shout, "On the ground!" Julio shoots. Police return fire. The sicario accompanying Julio falls riddled with bullets. Julio runs toward the Suburbans. The 4 sicarios he left guarding the trucks start engines. Julio gets in one, takes off. The other 4 trucks too. They flee in different directions. Police chase them. 2 Suburbans are intercepted. 8 sicarios arrested. 2 Suburbans escape. Julio among them. 4 sicarios free. Bobby exits City Hall. The police chief approaches running. "Mr. Maldonado, are you okay?" Bobby nods, tired, sweating, his gray suit stained with dust and blood. "I'm fine. There are 14 bodies inside, CJNG sicarios, and there's 1 alive, tied up in my office, the leader. His name is Marcus Salazar." The police chief looks at him incredulously. "You alone killed 14. Bobby doesn't respond. Walks to a patrol car. Sits on the hood. He needs air. Paramedics approach. Check him over. He's uninjured. Not a scratch. 68 years old. He ran, shot, fought. His heart beats hard but steady. Police enter the building. Find the bodies. Count. 14 dead sicarios. 1 tied up, alive. They bring him out handcuffed. Marcus has dried blood on the back of his neck. He sees Bobby sitting on the patrol car. His eyes show pure fear. The rattler. The damn rattler. Edward Sanchez leaves his office. Escorted by police. Sees Bobby. Runs to him. Hugs him crying. "You saved my life." Bobby hugs him briefly. "I did what I had to do." Edward separates. How? How does a city administrator do this? Bobby takes off his glasses, cleans them with his tie. "I'm not just a city administrator, I never was." In the following hours, federal reinforcements arrive. The Army, National Guard, District Attorney's Office. The building becomes a crime scene. Journalists arrive. Cameras, microphones. The news spreads. CJNG attack on Hebronville City Hall. 14 sicarios dead. City administrator faced them alone. Reporters want interviews. Bobby refuses. "I have nothing to say." But the district attorney insists. "We need your statement." Bobby goes to the DA's offices. Closed room. 3 prosecutors. Recorders. "Mr. Maldonado, your file says you worked for Homeland Security, but we made calls. Your real file is classified. Federal level. Who are you really?" Bobby sighs. "You already know who I am. That's why you're here." The senior DA opens a folder. Robert Bobby Maldonado, U.S. Marshal Special Operations Commander, 1985 to 2005. Special Operations Against Drug Trafficking, 83 confirmed eliminations. Operational call sign The Rattler, retired with honors. Current location classified. Until today. Bobby nods. "I wanted a quiet life. I had it for 19 years. Today it ended." The DA closes the folder. "The country needs to know there are people like you. Real heroes." Bobby shakes his head. "I'm not a hero. I'm an old man who had to remember things he wanted to forget. I killed 14 men today. That doesn't make me a hero. It makes me a survivor." The DA insists. "You saved 82 employees. You saved the mayor. You stopped the CJNG. That's heroism." Bobby stands up. "We're done. I won't give interviews. I don't want recognition. I just want to go back to my life. The DA looks at him seriously. Your life has already changed. The CJNG knows who you are. They'll come for you. Bobby smiles. Let them come. I already know how to receive them. He leaves the DA's office. Outside, a 50-year-old man waits for him. Dark suit, no insignia. He introduces himself. General Eric Montez, Army Intelligence. We need to talk. Bobby looks at him. About what? The general points to an armored vehicle. About your future, and about how we can help you stay alive. They get in the vehicle. It starts. Tinted windows, secure route. The general speaks as they drive. What you did today was extraordinary, but it was also a declaration of war. The CJNG doesn't forgive these humiliations. They'll come with everything. Bobby looks out the window. I know. That's why I'm preparing. The general takes out documents. We have a proposal. Come back to work with us. Special Operations Coordinator. Salary double your pension. Total protection. Bobby shakes his head. I retired for a reason. I don't want to go back, the general insists. Then let us protect you. Safe house, escorts, new identity. Bobby shakes his head again. If I run now, the CJNG wins. I show fear. I'd rather stay. Defend myself if they come back. The general sighs. You're stubborn. Bobby smiles. I always was. The general extends his card. At least take this. If you change your mind, or if you need help, call. Bobby takes the card, puts it away. They return to Hebronville. Bobby gets out of the vehicle at his house. A small house, 2 bedrooms, front yard with bougainvillea. He's lived alone since he was widowed 5 years ago. He enters, locks up, checks windows, closes curtains, goes to his bedroom, opens the closet. From the back, he takes out a metal box. Inside are 2 more pistols, ammunition, an old bulletproof vest, false documents, cash, his emergency kit, stored since 2005, waiting to be used. He checks everything. Functional. Places weapons in strategic locations, 1 in the living room, 1 in the kitchen, 1 in his bedroom, ammunition near each one. Checks his Beretta, cleans it, reloads, places it under his pillow, lies down fully dressed, doesn't sleep, waits. He knows they'll come. It's only a matter of time. 3 days pass. Bobby continues his routine, gets up at 6 in the morning, breakfast of coffee and toast, dresses in his gray suit, walks to City Hall. The building is closed, cordoned off. Forensic teams are still working. Bobby sits on a bench in the town square, observes. Merchants open their businesses. Life continues. But everyone looks at him differently. He's no longer the invisible administrator. He's the man who killed 14 sicarios. Mr. Maldonado, a voice interrupts him. He turns. It's Marcus Mac Torres, owner of the office supply store across from the square. 60 years old, neighbor for 15 years. I wanted to thank you. My daughter works at City Hall, in the Treasury. You saved her. Bobby nods. I just did what was necessary. Mac sits next to him. The whole town is talking about you. They say you were a federal marshal, that you killed many drug traffickers. Is it true? Bobby looks at the square. That was a long time ago. Mac lowers his voice. They also say the cartel will come back, that they'll come for you. Bobby doesn't respond. Mac continues. If you need anything, whatever it is, we merchants are with you. Bobby looks at him. Thank you. But if they come, it'll be better if everyone stays away. I don't want more victims. Mac stands up. Just know you're not alone. He leaves. Bobby stays seated, observing, calculating. His phone rings. Unknown number. He answers. Hello? A deep voice responds. Commander Maldonado. Or should I say the Rattler? Bobby recognizes the tone. Authority. Power. Who's speaking? The voice laughs. You don't know me personally, but you know my organization. I'm Frank Rios, Regional Coordinator of the CJNG in South Texas. Bobby tenses. What do you want? Frank speaks slowly. I want to talk. Face to face. Without violence. Just talk. Bobby is suspicious. Why would I talk with you? Frank sighs. Because you killed 14 of my men. Because you humiliated my organization. Because if this escalates, there will be a war in Hebronville. Civilians will die. You don't want that. Neither do I. Let's talk. Let's look for an arrangement. Bobby considers. Where? Frank responds. City Cemetery, tomorrow. 6 p.m. Come alone. I come alone. Just the two of us. Bobby accepts. I'll be there. Hangs up. It's a trap. Obviously. But Bobby needs to know what the cartel is planning. He needs time, information, advantage. That night he prepares everything. Checks weapons, maps escape routes, studies the cemetery, knows every grave, every mausoleum, every tree. If it's an ambush, he'll be ready. If it's a real conversation, he'll be ready too. The next day he arrives early, 5 p.m., 1 hour before. He walks through the cemetery, verifies positions, doesn't see hidden sicarios, doesn't see snipers. He's alone. At exactly 6 o'clock, a vehicle arrives. Black Mercedes-Benz, armored. A man gets out, 50 years old, gray suit, red tie, strong build, weathered face, walks alone, no visible escorts. It's Frank Rios. He walks toward the center of the cemetery. Bobby comes out from behind a mausoleum, his Beretta in hand, hidden but ready. Frank stops 10 meters away, raises his hands. I come unarmed. As promised, Bobby observes him, checks the surroundings. He really is alone. Lowers his weapon, puts away the pistol. Frank lowers his hands, walks until he's 3 meters away. Stops, respects the distance. Commander Maldonado, it's an honor. I've heard stories about you since I entered this business. Bobby doesn't respond. Frank continues. You eliminated 83 sicarios in 20 years, never lost a confrontation, retired undefeated, a legend. Bobby speaks with a cold voice. I came to listen, not to receive compliments. Frank nods. Direct. I like it. All right, I'll tell you why I'm here. You killed 14 of my men, including Marcus, one of my best operators. The organization wants revenge. They want your head. They want to burn your house. They want to make you suffer. Bobby shows no emotion. And what do you want? Frank smiles. I want to avoid a war. He takes a step closer. Bobby tenses his muscles, ready to react. Frank raises his hands. Easy. I just want to explain. Look, Commander, you're a legend. I respect you. But we work for the most powerful cartel in Mexico. If we start a hunt for you, we'll eventually win. We'll bring 50 men. 100. However many are necessary. You're good, but you're not immortal. You'll die. And civilians will die in the process. Hebronville will become a war zone. Bobby crosses his arms. Then what do you propose? Frank responds. A deal. You retire again. For real this time. You leave Texas. Go to another state. Change your identity. We leave you in peace. We don't look for you. We don't chase you. Your life in exchange for your absence. Bobby shakes his head. No. Frank frowns. Why not? It's a generous offer. Bobby moves closer. Because if I accept, you win. You demonstrate that you can expel whoever you want. That Hebronville is your territory. That authorities must flee. Frank sighs. Commander, be realistic. You're alone. We're thousands. Bobby smiles. I was alone at City Hall. There were 18 of you. I killed 14. The others fled. Being alone doesn't scare me. Frank changes tactics. Think about the civilians. If you reject my offer, there will be attacks. We'll take hostages. We'll burn businesses. People will suffer. It'll be your fault. Bobby feels anger rising. You threaten civilians to bend me. Typical of cowards. Frank takes another step. Watch your words. Bobby pulls out his Beretta, aims it directly at Frank's forehead. You watch yours. You said you'd come alone, without violence, but you have hidden escorts. 3 snipers. 1 in the tree behind me, another on the chapel roof, another in the Hernandez mausoleum. I saw them when I arrived, marked them mentally. If they shoot me, I kill you first. Then I escape. Your snipers aren't as good as they think. Frank freezes, raises his hand, makes a signal. The 3 snipers come out of their positions, lower their rifles, walk toward the Mercedes. Get in. Frank looks at Bobby. Impressive. You detected all of them. Bobby lowers his weapon. I taught them poorly. They should be better hidden. Frank laughs genuinely. You're right. Now we're really alone. Can I make you my final offer? Bobby puts away his pistol. I'm listening. Frank breathes deeply. Join us. Work for the CJNG. We need someone with your experience. Train our men, coordinate operations. We'll pay you $250,000 a month. Total protection. Absolute respect. You become a living legend within the organization. Bobby looks at him expressionlessly. You're offering me a job. Frank nods. The best job of your life. Bobby shakes his head slowly. I spent 20 years eliminating people like you. People who poison communities, who destroy families, who corrupt everything they touch. Now you want me to join? You're crazy. Frank tenses. Then you reject both offers, retiring or joining. Bobby nods. I reject both. I'm staying in Hebronville. I defend this place. If you come for me, I'll kill them like I killed the others. Frank walks in a circle, thinking, Commander, you're signing your death sentence. You know that, right? Bobby shrugs. I'm 68 years old. I've lived longer than I expected. If I die defending something worthwhile, it's a good death. Better than dying old in a bed. Frank studies him, sees absolute determination, sees a man without fear, sees a warrior who chose his last battle. All right. I respect your decision, even though it's suicidal. I'll go back to my people. I'll tell them you rejected the deal. They'll decide the next step. They'll probably send a big team, very well trained, with a single objective. Eliminate you. Bobby nods. Tell them I'll be waiting. Frank walks toward his Mercedes. Stops. Turns. One last thing, Commander. Out of curiosity, why do you do it? Why risk everything for this town? You weren't born here. You have no family here. Why? Bobby looks at the sky. The sun is setting. Orange and red tint the clouds. Because after 20 years of killing, I needed to find something to live for. This town gave me peace, gave me anonymity, gave me purpose. Now I return the favor. I protect it, even if it costs me my life. Frank nods. I understand. You're a man of honor. In another time, in other circumstances, we would have been allies. He gets in his vehicle, starts it, disappears. Bobby stays alone in the cemetery, among graves and silence. He knows he declared war, he knows they'll come. He knows the odds are against him, but he made his decision. He walks back to his house. Night falls. Hebronville lights up. Yellow lights. Families having dinner. Children playing. Normal life. Life he'll defend to his last breath. He reaches his house, enters, locks up, checks weapons again, cleans each one, loads each magazine, prepares himself. The storm is coming. It's only a matter of days. What would you have done in his place? Accept the deal and flee, or stay to defend what you love even though it means dying? Tell us in the comments, because Bobby's decision is about to change the fate of an entire town. 4 days pass. Bobby maintains his routine, walks through town, greets neighbors, buys bread, drinks coffee, observes everything, every new vehicle, every unfamiliar face. He knows they'll come. Friday night his phone rings. Private number. Commander Maldonado. A young voice. Zachary. I escaped from City Hall. Bobby tenses. What do you want? To warn you. They're sending 20 sicarios. Tomorrow, 3 in the morning. They're going for your house. Why are you telling me? Because you could have killed me. You didn't. Hangs up. Bobby looks at his watch. 11 p.m. 4 hours. He calls Mac, owner of the office supply store. I need help. Mac accepts without hesitation. In an hour, 12 merchants arrive. Mac, Paul from the shop, Leo from the hardware store, Albert, all older men, none trained, but determined. Bobby looks at them. 20 sicarios are coming. Professionals armed. You have no obligation. Mac speaks for everyone. You saved our children. Now it's our turn to help you. Bobby spends 2 hours explaining the plan, distributes weapons, pistols, shotguns, teaches them the basics. At 2 in the morning they're ready. The 12 position themselves in neighboring houses, windows, rooftops, yards. Bobby inside his house, lights off, Beretta in hand, AK-47 at his side, bulletproof vest on, waiting. At 3:07, 5 trucks arrive. No lights, they park. 20 men get out, dressed in black, tactical vests, assault rifles, night vision goggles, perfect formation, 2 teams of 10. The leader is Devin Silva, Colombian, 38 years old, ex-military, 62 executions, has never failed. He makes signals. His men advance, they reach the house, position themselves. Devin counts. 3, 2, 1. They enter, break down doors, break windows. 20 men flood the house. They shout. They aim. They search. The house is empty. Devin frowns. Check everything. Nothing. It's a trap. Get out now. Too late. The neighboring houses light up. Windows open. The 12 merchants open fire. Shotguns, pistols, rifles, from 6 positions. The sicarios are exposed. No cover. 3 fall. Devin shouts, cover, return fire. The sicarios shoot, but they can't see their attackers well. Only flashes. Bobby comes out of Mac's house. Perfect angle. Opens fire with the AK-47, controlled bursts. 2 sicarios fall. Devin locates him. There he is. Team 1 with me. 10 sicarios run toward him. Bobby retreats, goes downstairs, exits to the alley, runs toward the hardware store. The sicarios chase him, shoot. Bullets impact walls. Bobby zigzags, reaches the hardware store, goes up to the roof. The sicarios arrive, climb stairs. Bobby waits. The first one appears. Bobby shoots, falls. The second jumps. Bobby shoots, falls. The others retreat. In the street, Devin reorganizes. 15 left. The merchants keep shooting. Devin divides teams. 5 attack the houses. 10 go for Bobby. They throw grenades. 2 merchants die. Paul, Albert. Bobby comes down from the roof. Runs across rooftops, jumps between houses. The sicarios chase him. 68 years old, but he moves fast. He reaches the shop, enters, hides. The sicarios enter, search. 1 passes close. Bobby comes out, slits his throat. Another turns. Bobby shoots. 2 shots, falls. The others open fire. Bobby rolls behind tires, throws grenade, explodes. 1 dies, 7 left. Bobby exits. Runs toward the square. The sicarios follow. Empty square. 3 in the morning. Darkness. Bobby behind the fountain. The 7 surround him. Devin on radio. We have him. Bobby checks his AK-47. 1 magazine. 30 rounds. Beretta. 15. Enough. The sicarios advance. Devin shouts, surrender. Bobby responds, come get me. The 7 attack. Bobby comes out, shoots while running, never stops. 1 sicario falls. 6. Throws himself behind bench. Reloads. Comes out. Another falls. 5. Devin coordinates. We flank him. They move. Bobby calculates angles. When Devin advances, he shoots. Devin falls wounded. Leg. Screams. The other 4 run toward him. Mistake. Bobby shoots. 1, 2, 3. Fall. 1 remains. Drops his weapon. Hands up. Bobby aims at him. Go. Tell your cartel that Hebronville isn't yours. Runs. Bobby walks toward Devin. On the ground. Bleeding. You're the Rattler. Devin coughs. You're real. Bobby nods. This ends here. Devon smiles. More will come. Bobby shakes his head. I killed 34 in 1 week. Your cartel will understand. Hebronville costs too much. Devon closes his eyes. Maybe. Dies. Sirens arrive. Police. Military. General Montes gets out of a helicopter. Commander. Are you okay? Bobby nods. Tired. Sore. Alive. The general looks around. 16 dead. It's incredible. Bobby points to 2 bodies. Not all of us survived. The general lowers his head. I'm sorry. Dawn breaks. Sun over the square. Bobby sits at the fountain. Mac offers him water. Thanks. Mac sits. We lost 2. Bobby lowers his head. I'm sorry. Mac shakes his head. They chose to fight. They died protecting families. Bobby looks at him. You all are heroes. The following weeks bring change. The CJNG doesn't return. 34 dead in 7 days. Clear message. Cost too high. Frank Rios calls. You won, Commander. We're abandoning Hebronville. Too many casualties. You're free, Bobby responds. Good, Frank continues. We won't look for you, but we won't protect you either. You're alone. Bobby accepts. I always was. They hang up. City Hall reopens. Bobby returns. No longer invisible. Everyone knows him. Respects him. Employees greet. Visitors thank. Children point. The hero. Bobby refuses. I just did what was necessary. 6 months later, there's a ceremony. Main Square. 500 people. They unveil a monument. Engraved plaque. In honor of Robert Maldonado and the defenders of Hebronville. Paul Guerrero and Albert Morales. Fallen heroes. Their families cry. Bobby hugs. Their husbands died saving the town. Never forgotten. The general presents Medal of Valor. Bobby accepts. Gives it to Paul's widow. This is for him. That night he walks alone. Touches monument. Reads names. Thinks about 34 dead sicarios. Young people wasting lives. Feels sadness. Not pride. Violence is never pride. Only necessity. His phone rings. His daughter, Houston. They hadn't spoken in 5 years. Dad, I saw the news. Why didn't you ever tell me who you were? Bobby sighs. That part died 20 years ago. Or so I thought. She cries. You could have died. Bobby softly. But I didn't die. I'm fine. She pauses. I want to visit you. Get to know the town. Bobby smiles. I'd love to see you. They hang up. Peace. Family reconnection. The months become years. Bobby keeps working. Turns 70. Then 72. White hair. Hands tremble. Knees hurt. But he keeps serving. Every day at his desk, simple life, quiet, the one he always wanted. One Saturday a young man arrives. 25 years old. Mr. Maldonado. Can I talk? Bobby nods. Sit down. I'm the son of Marcus Salazar, the sicario you captured. Bobby tenses. My father died in prison, but before he wrote a letter, said you spared his life. Thanks to that, he had time to reflect. Repent. Write to me. Ask me never to follow his steps. Bobby relaxes. Your father made bad decisions, but he was human. He deserved redemption. Young man nods. Thanks to you, I was able to forgive him, visit him, say goodbye. Changed my life. I'm studying engineering. Honest work. Bobby smiles. Your father would be proud. Young man stands, shakes hands. Thank you. Leaves. Bobby watches sunset. Cycles broken. Lives saved. If this story inspired you, subscribe for more stories of people who defended what they loved. Leave a like if you believe a man with principles can change the destiny of a town. Tell us in the comments where you're watching from, because stories like Bobby's remind us that true heroes don't seek war, but have the courage to end it when there's no option left to protect the innocent.